Going back, Kevin Casey here to the program. Get ready.
All
UFC
right.
199, man. June 4th. Coming up quick. Forum, Englewood, California. He's fighting Elvis Mutapcic. This is good for you, man. It's right down the street from the house.
100%. I mean, I believe this might actually be the first event at the Forum for UFC. And it's going back full circle for me because I'm originally from Englewood, California. And I literally went to the elementary school that's across the street from the Forum. And my apartment building that I lived in was across the street from that. So, I grew up, a big Laker fan, and the gas station across the street, we would run into some of the Lakers there. So now to be competing inside the same arena, man, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it's actually a good venue. I'm surprised that the UFC hadn't gone there before, actually, because it's historic, and especially since Dana and Lorenzo are so into boxing, and the Forum for a long time had a lot of boxing at it. It was like one of the best spots in town too. Not to mention, of course, the Lakers were there and some other fights. So, well, let's talk about where you train these days. I know your main spot is Black House, but where else are you training right now besides Black House?
Well, my foundation still lies in the jiu-jitsu, and I've been training out of the Gracie Academy. Hit on Gracie will be in the corner for the fight. Also I brought in Anthony Hardonk to out of Dynamics Academy to help out with the striking, working on some of the Dutch kickboxing style, and just a little bit different perspective for the range and the distance to kind of complement my style.
So you do all your kickboxing over with Hardonk, and then you do all your jits over with Horian Gracie, and then now you're getting ready to jump in and go to Black House. Is Black House then just where you go for your sparring, like for your hard days? Or
Black House is where I do pretty much my hard training, my sparring. Also, Kenny Johnson has been my wrestling coach, for the last 3-4 years, maybe longer than that. And that's where I get my wrestling from.
So how do you see Elvis approaching this fight? You seem like you're spending a lot of time making sure that you're well-rounded as a fighter. But how do you think Elvis is going to approach this fight when he comes in?
Well, Elvis is I believe, pretty predictable. He wants to hit hard. He's very explosive. And I think he'll be looking to try to keep the fight standing up. So for me, I don't see him as the trickiest style of striker that I could be facing. He's kind of like that Mike Tyson style. Is going to be in your face and come at you hard, and that'll play to my game plan.
So, did you have to do anything different during this training camp to get ready for him? Does he pose any different threat than what you've seen before?
I don't think that he poses any different threat, and mainly, as far as my camps go, it's all about my preparations. If last time I fought, I had some injuries early in the camp, and I fought through them, and also I fought a tough opponent. But this time I felt great during camp. I had Keith Casey working my strength and conditioning and really brought my conditioning to a different level. So I feel that I'm in the best shape of my life. And also I've really tightened up on my diet. I brought in Lou Polly to help me out with the diet. And that's something a little different than I'm used to. Normally I would kind of eyeball my meals and eat healthy, but I would lose the weight. At the same time, I wouldn't have the right amount of energy to get through my training camp. So this time, having my food measured out and having my meal plans and everything organized, it really helped me to feel strong throughout the camp. So I've been able to push harder for longer. Right now I'm walking around at 194, 195. So I'm pretty lean and just ready to go.
Wow, that's actually pretty good. So you're 10 pounds over, and you're about, 2 weeks out from the fight now? Is that?
Roughly, yeah, give or take.
So when you show up, well, you don't have to show up. You already be there. But on Tuesday, when everyone's supposed to report, what will you weigh? You'll be about 10 pounds over, or will you be lighter than that?
Our goal is to have me going into fight week around 192, 193.
Wow. And that's actually really good, especially with the new rules coming in. They're established in July, where every weight class you're allowed to be like 8% or whatever over the weight limit that when you show up on that Tuesday. So for you, you've already beat it.
I mean, I started dieting 2 months ago, so I've been pretty I've been more disciplined than ever, actually. So I'm excited.
Is this training camp your most expensive training camp as well?
You know what? It honestly, it hasn't been that expensive. And as far as my meals, I've been on a fish diet, chicken, veggies, protein shake, egg whites. So the food can cost a little bit, but everything else, I have a lot of support. As far as my training partners go and things of that nature. And also, I'm saving some money fighting here in LA.
Yeah, you're right. You don't have to travel far. You're staying close now. In Vegas, a lot of the guys that live in Vegas when the fights are in Vegas, they'll go check into the hotel, but they stay at home. They go back to the house and they just drive back and forth, whatever meetings and when they got to make weight and all that. And they'll use the hotel room the night after the fight, so they don't have to travel all the way back to their houses. But you want to stay in your own bed and be around your own family and all that. What are you going to do? Are you going to check into the hotel on Tuesday, or are you going to check in and then really go home?
I plan on staying at the hotel. It'll help me focus and lock in. And also I have a French bulldog that snores like a grown person. So to sleep in the hotel room without him next to the bed making that noise, I'm at home with earplugs. So I'll just focus in and lock in on the situation there and just get ready to go to war.
Kevin, it was great talking to you, man. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us here on MMAOddsBreaker. I appreciate it. Good luck against Elvis. I think it's going to be a great fight. I don't think I'll be able to actually get out for this one. I think I'll have to watch it from home, but I can't wait to see your fight.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me, man. I appreciate the support.
Be safe. We'll talk again soon.
All right, brother.